Ah, so that's it. You don't mean... Oh, sorry. I almost misunderstood you. I thought you were trying to tell me that you were part of... Never mind. It'd take too long to explain my organization. The point is, I want you to understand a few things. You need to be careful. There's dangerous creatures around here, called demons. I wouldn't like to have to explain this to you, but it's absolutely imperative. You should stick by my side. That is, unless you have someplace you need to go? No, that's fine. Me? My name is Tanjiro. Tanjiro Kamado. What's yours? That's a fine name, you know. Though I can't say I've ever met someone with that name before. So I'll add it to my don't forget this. I try not to forget anyone I've ever met. It's sort of a habit of mine. Everyone has their own scent and... you're probably wondering about that. I have a very sensitive sense of smell and... Wait a moment. You're a... What's the meaning of this? Answer me. Could you be... Like... Do you even know what you are? I'm so sorry. It must be difficult. But... You're a demon. Have you hurt anyone? Then I must protect you. You're just like my sister. In that way. You both have taken on burdens that don't belong to you. Sorry, I feel kind of to blame. But at the same time, there's no use in it. Plus, you still know how to smile. And that's definitely worth more than any of the worries. I don't have time to worry. If I start worrying, then everyone else will. They'll lose heart, and everything's gonna fall apart around me. Besides, it just doesn't work out that way. I'm glad you think so. There's a lot of me that still wonders how I'm gonna do what I've set out to do. The finer details still elude me, but I'm determined. No one could shake my determination. Not even the pillars. Not even my arch nemesis. No, sorry. Was I talking your ears off? Sometimes I get a bit lost in my own self. Not that I'm saying it's a good thing. There's a good and bad side to it. Just because, well, there's a lot to think about. Nobody likes to view it as anything but black and white, but I don't hate demons. In fact, there's only one. One that I want to absolutely stop. Because all of you suffer because of him. Was he the one that killed you? Back when you were still human? So you can't remember. Please, don't feel bad. I would imagine it's the same thing. But the fact that you haven't hurt anyone, it's admirable. You must have not wanted to. That makes you a special one. Did you know? You're one of only one other. I'll have to introduce you to her sometime. No, she's back at... Well, I had to leave her, back at headquarters. It's not anything too serious, so don't worry yourself over it. It's just there's someone I needed to talk to. But that can wait till later. Nezuko's a sweetheart. You'll very much get along with her, I think. While she doesn't talk much, I think she's fairly good at conveying things. In fact, in some ways, I think she's better than me. It's quite an admirable thing, if you think about it. Not to take away from how admirable you are. You've managed, and without anyone's help. I wish I was as strong as you. Maybe someday I can be. But that's more like hypotheticals. Let's get back to HQ. You poor thing. You're drooling. I can't imagine how difficult it's been for you. Please, rely on me. I will not let you down. I swear. There's nothing that could stop me. No one in this world has it in them. So chin up. I'll save you. It's a pinky promise. See? This here. Yeah, you take it like this, and... right there. You did it. You did a great job. I'm so proud of you. I didn't think you'd get it on the first try. Very good. You're very smart, and unlike how things were for Nezuko at the start, you seem to have regained a lot more of your humanity. That promise you mentioned, it's been one of the few things you've said. So is the promise something that important to you? Someone willing to keep their promise like you must be really strong. Jeez, I thought you were tough before. Now I think you're amazing. Well, I already thought you were amazing, but I guess I'm not that good at dealing with situations with praising someone. I think I'm at least decent, but there's times when I don't have the right words. Confidence doesn't always get you through. That's one thing I've got. Now come along. We don't... Tanjiro! Wow, it just happens to be Inosuke, person I was looking for. What brings you here? Don't you buddy me! You know what you put me through? Sorry. Maybe letting you babysit Nezuko was a bad idea. You think so? It was terrible. She wouldn't tell me! No, let's calm down. There's no need to get upset and... You hit me again. I thought I said... You gotta stop this, man. Why'd you do it? He's gone crazy. Let's run for it. Here, I got you. Now you're in my arms. Just don't move around too much. You're running? How dare you! Fight me! Fight me! Tanjiro! Why me? What did I do to deserve this? My life is going blank! Oh, hello, Zenitsu. Nice distraction. Inosuke, I've got to take this person to safety. Wait, Tanjiro! Don't leave me, buddy! Don't leave me! Oh, don't worry about them. They're my buddies. Kind of. You could say that about them, but let's just ignore that. They're playing. Yes, well, sort of. Here we are. We made it past them somehow, so everything should be fine from here on out. No, don't be scared. Even if we're the Demon Slayer Corps, they won't hurt a demon who hasn't hurt humans. That's the rule of things. And you have my word. If they try and stop me from adopting you, I mean taking care of you, then I'll protect you even against them. It's a promise. I hold promises in high regard, you know. I'd never compromise on one, especially when it would mean it'd cause a frown on a face that's smiling so innocent. Your smile makes me know I've done the right thing. No, don't worry about it. They'll be convinced somehow. Believe in me.
Tanjiro, what's the meaning of bringing this stranger?
Demon. Wait, Giyu, no.
Why should I stop? I understand Nezuko, but this is a demon I've never seen before. We have no reason to trust them on what they've said. No doubt they've convinced you. But that's not an easy thing to do, and
I can smell it, you know.
What?
I can smell people's intention. And they have good intention. Look at that smile. Can you tell me that they don't deserve to live?
Whatever. Do what you please. Just understand whatever they do is your responsibility. Got it?
Yes, sir. Of course I understand that. There's no shred of doubt in me. I don't have time for that. I'm too busy making people smile and saving them. I'm gonna save this one too, just like Nezuko.
Which remains to be seen. Well, good luck. And to you, welcome, I suppose. I must be going.
Now, where were we? I think we have to discuss a few things, like what we're gonna do from here on out. Did you have something you had to keep with that promise? It seems like a really simple and specific one. Is it that you really cared for the person who you promised? That's very sweet. It's good to know that you have someone like that. Though, now that you're a demon, we'll have to protect you so that someone doesn't accidentally exterminate you. Oh, sorry, that was too direct, wasn't it? I just want you to know I'll protect you. You don't need to worry about that, and... Ooh! Hey there. I didn't expect you to come find me outside of your room. You must have heard me talking. No, it's not what it looks like. This is, well, a demon. What was your name? Yes, that's it. And they're going to be staying with us. They're like you. They don't eat people and... don't pout, please. It's gonna be okay. Good girl, good girl. See? She gave you the head pat of approval. That's definitely a good sign. It means that you're definitely a trustworthy person. My sense of smell was not wrong. It's good to see you two getting along. There's going to be lots that needs to get done. Wait a moment. Are you trying to say you want to learn the sword? That's definitely something, but are you certain? It's not something you can easily pick up. It has a lot of weight behind it. Its meaning, its purpose. And are you prepared to slay others? I like to see it as saving them. Sometimes they're scared. Alone or even suffering. Giving them something to escape and saving their soul. I view what I'm doing as trying to save everyone. It's a heavy burden. Because I've had to come to grips. Even those everyone hates. They're pitiable creatures. I feel bad. Those who've lost themselves do. It makes me extremely sad to think about it. But I don't have time to shed tears. There's too much I want to accomplish yet. And besides, it'd be a shame if you got sad after you had that beautiful smile for so long. I intend to protect that smile, so maybe just in case, if it's truly something you want to learn, I'll teach you everything. But you have to promise me at least this one thing. No matter what, we stick together. No going off on your own, okay? It's too dangerous, that's all. I trust you. It's just others might not understand. Yes. It's a promise. You've got such innocent eyes. And the fact you're able to communicate what you want, it's very cute. Did I say too much? No. It's enough to make you smile. And that's what I was... Come here. It's all right now. You don't have to worry. Well, I can't imagine what it's like to fight that hunger. You don't have to do it alone. You can count on me. Okay? Together. Just like the promise you made. No matter who's out there who cares about you, someday we'll get you back to them. How's that sound? I thought so too. You've definitely got the spirit for it. And I'd love to have you fighting by my side. But we gotta know what you're capable of right now. Demons and us demon slayers. We fight in different ways. So don't get discouraged if it's difficult at the start. Sometimes it can be. But that just is a sign that you're trying. You have to stumble, sometimes even fall. But you'll be able to pick yourself up again. You've got a good attitude. You may be pretty simple with your words, but it makes me feel warm in my heart. That Nezuko isn't alone anymore. Well, of course, she already had me, but no one who was a demon. Do you think you'll be okay? Would you like a mouthpiece? Trust me, you don't have to. It's okay either way. Because you don't seem to need one. Though if it'd make you feel more comfortable, you can. The fact that you're able to fight it like this, I've never met someone like you. It's incredible. I wish more demons were like you. Then people wouldn't be so afraid of them, and we could coexist easier. Until we find a cure. I promise we'll find it. I promise on my life. We're going to. Don't lose hope. And besides, maybe you can shed some light and figure out what Nezuko wants, even those times when I struggle. I may know 90% of the time, but it doesn't mean that I know all the time. So in that way, you can help me out a lot. I appreciate it, you know. Thank you. Don't be nervous. Just because I bow my head to you, it's just because I'm grateful. I want you to understand, to see hope in another person who's been turned demon. It gives me my own kind of hope. And it makes me able to make a new friend. That alone, it's changed my view of things, ever so slightly. And once you meet Zenitsu and Inosuke, as well as everyone else, I'm sure you'll get along with them. They could be a little rough around the edges, but they're my cherished friends. And you're welcome to be my family. You have a family of your own? That must have made things worse. To think you were made an example of. It wounds my heart to think that. But I will not falter. It drives me forward. My convictions. My passion. It's not just for Nezuko. It's for myself. To prove that we can push past this tragedy. I want to give some of my strength to you. Because you deserve it. There's no doubt about that. It's not how much you've suffered, only that you have. You understand. It's not about that. Losing someone doesn't mean they die here. You have to keep them alive in your own heart. After all, no one can really die, so long as you remember them. The fondness of the memories, their favorite things. I like to pay tribute by living my life as happy as I can, but it doesn't make me weaker. I refuse to be weak. In a sense, I think I'm still weak, though. I have a lot to learn, but I guarantee you, between you, Nezuko, and myself, I'll protect everyone. I'm absolutely certain I can. Do you trust me? That's the spirit. If you aren't just the cutest. Well, except for you, Nezuko. Don't get jelly now. Good girl. Good girl. She really is good. I can promise you that. Just like I can swear that you are. I'm trusting you. But I've never been wrong about someone yet. Your scent. It's strange. You smell more human than demon. That's why at first I couldn't tell. It's like you're caught in between. Is there something I can do to make it easier? I guess you don't know. Well, it's hard to know. Sometimes we just have to move forward. So, we'll learn first thing in the morning. You have my word. On my honor, I will teach you as much as I can. As for now, let's snuggle up in bed. We've all got to stay warm for the night. You're so cold to the touch. I think you might need to get warm. Here. This way. Get under the futon. Isn't that much better? I sure thought so the first time I tried it. You see, I had a big family. There were lots of us and we had to consolidate our space because we weren't very well off, so it took a lot, but we made it comfortable. Living humbly, working off the land, it was all something that wasn't very foreign to us. I think it's good to know how to make the best of things. I'd say it's one of my best talents. You can put me in almost any situation. I'll be able to adapt. I'll even make it my own. And if I can make someone smile or relieve someone's pain, I will do it. You know, a lot of people think I'm wrong for showing mercy. But if I didn't, I would have never met you. You've made today special. I've met someone who I can protect, and maybe someone who I can save. By the end of this, I want just one thing. A world free of these painful times, where you don't need to worry about anyone becoming a demon anymore. Where you won't have to worry about the starvation, wanting to eat people. I know it must be tough for you, but I'm so proud. In all my years of doing this, Okay, it's only been 2, maybe 3. I've never met anyone like you. And I've never gotten a proper grasp of it. What someone like you could be like. Other than Nezuko, I've never met someone who regained so much of themselves. But there's always glimpses. The poor people who end up a victim of that man. That monster. He's the one person in all this who I cannot find proper words. It's simple enough to forgive someone who's a victim, unwittingly following desire, giving into things. But then there's you. You've even managed to keep your promise. That's incredible. Good demon, good demon. Oh, sorry. It's just a habit. I, possibly got a little carried away. Then again, you're not so much like that kind of demon. I've met intelligent ones, but they're definitely not like you. Nothing like you, actually. They've all been those who harm others. In fact, most of them are somewhat intelligent. It's just they've lost their humanity. Any touch of themselves, it's been overwritten. It's still there, but they ignore it. I'm glad you're different. That's why I trust you enough to hold you close like this, since it's cold and... of course you can, Nezuko. Go ahead. Now it's a group hug. Isn't it warmer this way? I know you two don't get very warm, but it's still nicer than going out in the danger of the sun. You were lucky you had that umbrella when you did. You know, you may not have realized it, but your aversion to the sun before you turned to a demon, it may have saved you. I find that fascinating. You've been saved by your own former habits. Maybe that's part of what helped you live this long, but I'm glad you did. I'm glad to see you and understand you for who you are. I don't get to meet a lot of people who I can save. At least from the demon side. And just one. Or two. It makes all the difference, you know. I could go another 1,000 demons and probably never find another. And that's why I want you to do exactly what you feel. In your heart. Because you didn't lose it. Just like Nezuko kept hers. It must have been so difficult. You've been through so much. Whenever you need a hug or support, you know where to find it. I'll always bring you my brightest smile. That way both of you can feel warm. And as for you, welcome. Don't be afraid to cuddle as long as you want. Look at that. Nezuko's taken a liking to you. I'm impressed. Not a lot of people get Nezuko's approval so quick. It just shows how good-hearted you are. There's a lot of humans who don't have the heart that you do. Wow. Like I said, you're absolutely someone who's strong. That's why I know you'll do well. I believe in you. With all of my heart, my abilities, and my trust. As long as you keep your promise, I'll keep mine. Now let's go to sleep. It's getting a little too cold out, but it's nice and warm in here. Hey, you don't need to snuggle that close. I can't blame you, though. What a cute smile.